evening. I'm Natalie Butler.
And I'm Travis Snow. The class of 2012 would like to welcome you to our graduation. First, I want to say, congratulations, class of 2012. We made it. Tonight, we are being awarded for all of our hard work and dedication. Secondly, I would like to thank everyone in the audience today for coming. We would not be celebrating this achievement if it were not for all your support and encouragement. You are the backbone to our success.
Therefore, tonight is not only an award for all of us, but is also an award for you. So classmates, let's express our appreciation by giving them a hand. I hope you enjoy the rest of the ceremony. Seniors, take advantage of tonight, because tomorrow we'll start a new chapters in our lives. At this time, the Raytown High School Choir, under the direction of Susan Hazelrig, will sing The Awakening. Thank you.
I too would like to welcome you to the 106th commencement of Raytown High School. As we begin, I'd like to thank the First Baptist Church of Raytown for allowing us the use of this wonderful facility for tonight's commencement. I'd also like to thank Ms. Denise Alt, Mr. Del Berry, and the rest of the staff here at First Baptist Church for their assistance. The senior class wishes for this to be a dignified ceremony. These are outstanding young men and women who deserve to be honored in a dignified and appropriate manner. We also want to thank you for attending this evening and ask your assistance in maintaining the dignity of tonight's ceremony. This time, please permit me to introduce the platform guests. Please stand as I call your name. Please hold your applause till all of our guests are announced. Dr. Alan Markley, Superintendent of Schools. Dr. Christy Collins DeLarber, President of C2 School Board of Education. Ms. Amy Tittle, Vice President. Mr. Jerome Barnes, Mr. Terry Landers, Mr. Rick Moore, Mr. Rick Toady, and Ms. Bobby Salisbury. Our speakers for this evening will be Alex Curso, Natalie Butler, Julia Hamilton, Taishiana Garth, Monique Jones, and Travis Snell. Please give them a round of applause. Graduating seniors, I'd like for each of you to take a look around at the family members and special friends who are here to share this evening with you. Many of them have come from several miles away to support you tonight. After tonight's ceremony, please take the time to thank them for their support tonight, as well as all the support they provided you throughout your life. I'd like to extend my personal congratulations to each one of you as members of the class of 2012. Each of you has overcome your own obstacles in order to be part of this graduating class. At this time, senior members of the choir will perform our traditional graduation song, Beautiful Savior, under the direction of Ms. Susan Hazelrig. Thank you, choir. Raytown High School is very fortunate to have many talented students who demonstrate high academic achievement, persistence, leadership, and loyalty to their school. 109 of the 358 seniors began kindergarten in the Raytown School District and have attended all the way through high school. 176 of them have completed all 4 years of school at Raytown High. At this time, I'd like to introduce the students who represent the top 10 students in the senior class. As I call the names in alphabetical order, I'd like for these individuals to stand at their seat. I'd also request that you hold your applause until all of the names have been announced. Alex Accurso, Natalie Butler, Anthony Ganello, Monica Hernandez, Spencer Kuehl, Allison Matthews, Haley Parker, Charlene Sims, Travis Snell, Tristan Young. Please recognize these students with a round of applause. Please be seated. I'd now like to recognize the following individual for his attendance during high school. This student has perfect attendance for 4 years of high school. Will the following student please stand? Paul Vogt. Please be seated, Paul. Will the following students please stand? Alex Accurso, Natalie Butler, Anthony Ganello, Travis Snell, Tristan Young. These students have maintained a 4.0 for all 4 years at Raytown High School. Please be seated. Will the following students please stand? Alex Curso, Anthony Ganello, Charlene Sims, Travis Snell. These students have been recognized by Missouri's Bright Flight program. The state of Missouri recognizes students who score in the top 5% on the ACT. This year, the score was a 30 or better. Please give these students a round of applause. Please be seated. Students, if you are wearing a yellow honor cord, please stand. These students are members of the National Honor Society and have worked for 40 or more hours in community service. Please recognize them with a round of applause. Please be seated. Students, if you are wearing a blue and gold honor cord, please stand. These students are members of the Quill and Scroll Honor Society for Journalism. Please recognize these students with a round of applause. Please be seated. Students, if you're wearing a gray honor cord, please stand. These students are members of the National Vocational Technical Honor Society. Please recognize these students with a round of applause. Please be seated. Students, if you're wearing a ruby and silver honor cord, please stand. These students are active members of the National Forensics League. Please recognize them with a round of applause. Please be seated. Students, if you're wearing a blue and white honor cord, please stand. These students are members of Student Council. Please recognize them with a round of applause. Please be seated. Students, if you're wearing a Student Council stole and blue and white honor cord, please stand. These students are members of the Executive Board of Student Council. Please recognize them with a round of applause. Please be seated. The Raytown High School graduates of 2012, as with all graduates, are anxious to put their high school years behind them and move on to the next phase in their lives. Each member of this class has left an impression on Raytown and will leave with their own memories. I will remember this class as one which strove for excellence and finished strong. They are ready for anything they will face in the coming years. Graduates, it's been a distinct pleasure to be your principal. I find it a privilege. Thank you. We are graduating 358 seniors this year. 268 seniors, or 75% of these seniors, indicate they will continue their education in a trade school, technical school, 2-year, 4-year institution, or the military. As of May 18th, 2012, 117 graduating seniors have accepted about $862,000 in scholarship money. Many students will not receive confirmation of financial aid until later this summer. Also, considering that much of this assistance is renewable each year and basic grants have yet to be awarded, the ultimate value of these students will receive during their college careers may reach a total of $2.7 million. There are a few individuals I'd like to recognize at this time. When I call your name, please stand. Please hold your applause until I'm finished. These seniors have received state and/or national honors. Jessica Herman, 2011 All-Western Missouri First Team Soccer, 2011 All-State First Team Soccer. Tamika O'Neill, MoCan All-Star Game, 2011-2012, All-Metro Basketball Team, Honorable Mention, 2011-2012. Stephen DeShazer, State Champ, 2010 Discus, four-year state qualifier in track, and he's going to the state track meet in a week. Trent Richardson, state qualifier for triple jump in track, also going to the state meet. Diana Salgado, state cheer. Destiny Young, state cheer. Danielle Pugh, state cheer. Cameron Haley, state cheer. Brittany Eggleston, National Cheer Association Leadership Award and state cheer. Michael Freud, 2 superior ratings at the State Band Solo Ensemble. Donald Plesser, superior rating at State Band Solo and Ensemble. Carl Von Searles, superior rating at State Band Solo and Ensemble, National Qualifier in Dramatic Interpretation. Anthony Ganello, Louis Armstrong Jazz Award, Missouri Scholars 100, honorable mention. Haley Parker, Academic All-American from the National Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association. Sean Gans, Academic All-American from the National Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association. Spencer Kuehl, Academic All-American from the National Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association, Girls State, and Girls Swimming. Andrea Layton, State Swimming. And I should have said with Spencer was State Swimming. Tyra Bailey, State Swimming. Haley Parker, State Swimming. Michaela Wood, 2012 MoCan Softball All-Star. Michaela DeLarber, Girls State. Monica Hernandez, Academic All-American from National Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association, All-Metro for swimming, All-State swimmer in the 100 breaststroke for the 3rd year, Girls State, State Orchestra, Missouri Scholars Academy. Charlene Sims, Missouri Scholars Academy, Girls State. Paul Vogt, Boys State. Tyra Bailey, Girls State. Tristan Young, Boys State, John Philip Sousa Band Award. Alex Accurso, superior rating in State Choir Solo, State Orchestra, National School Orchestra Award, RAC Award for Excellence in Theater, Missouri Scholars 100 honorable mention. Mark Wilkes, RAC Award for Excellence in Theater. Wayne Lewis, Skills USA CTSO Award for Automotive Refinishing Technology. David Sherman, Skills USA CTSO Award for Carpentry. Thomas Sievert, 2012 High Schools at Work Award for Educational Achievement recipient for diesel mechanics. Hannah David, 2012 High Schools at Work Award of Educational Achievement recipient for early childhood professionals. Josh Etheridge, 2012 High Schools at Work Award of Educational Achievement recipient for welding and metal fabrication, national qualifier for Congress State. Katie Cross, Kansas City area champion of character. Terrence Hill, second team All-State linebacker and MoCan All-Star participant for football. Justice McMullen, MoCan All-Star participant for football. Denzel Perkins, state wrestling. Tyshanna Garth, state FCCLA Star Events winner in impromptu speaking. Tyree Davis, Missouri Interscholastic Press Association Show Me Award in the individual television contest. Leah Nelson, Show Me Award as a photographer for yearbook. Missouri Interscholastic Press Association Show Me Award in the individual photojournalism contest. Travis Snell, National Scholastic Press Association Journalism Honor Roll. Missouri Interscholastic Press Association Show Me Award in the individual photojournalism contest. Natalie Butler, Girls State, National Scholastic Press Association Journalism Honor Roll. Please give these students a round of applause for their outstanding performance. Please be seated. Tonight, the tributes will be presented by Miss Alex Curso, Miss Julia Hamilton. Miss Alex Curso.
Potential. It's a word we'd heard all of our lives. Since we were small children declaring that we were going to be ballerinas, or astronauts, or, in my case, a butterfly when we grew up. All of the adults in our lives had smiled at us and told us, "You have the potential." And with that, we would scamper away and dream of Swan Lake or alien battles. But what does it mean? You have potential. I didn't truly begin to understand this until my freshman year here at Raytown High School. Fifth hour was Intro into Physical Science with Miss Darter, and early in the semester, we were taught about the laws of energy.
Miss Starter stood in front of the class, presenting a long track stretching from the top of her desk down to the floor. And on this track was a precariously placed marble. "This marble," exclaimed Miss Starter, as she often did when she was excited about science, "is packed full of potential energy. Every atom in this little ball is just waiting to be put into motion. All it takes," she said with a tap, "is a little push." And with that, the tiny marble was barreling down the track and across the room. Potential energy, scientifically, is mass times height times acceleration of gravity. And through our educations here, we all have an extraordinary amount of potential. Our mass is our school as a whole. We are a family here at Raytown High School, and nothing can ever break us apart. Our height is how tall we stand. We've worked hard to uphold our ambition through the years, and our commitment to school has raised us to the highest pedestals. Our acceleration is simply how unbelievably fast our time at Raytown has gone as we've gotten closer and closer to this moment. I know that we will keep our momentum rolling, and the abundant potential energy we've gained here will quickly convert into boundless kinetic energy that we will apply to the rest of our lives. Energy is in everything. We are surrounded by it. I can feel the energy behind me radiating from my classmates. At this moment, this room is filled with our potential. We've had potential packed into us by parents and teachers and peers since we first aspired to be that great ballerina in space. And here we sit, placed at the top of the track, ready to face the future and get moving. So class of 2012, let's get kinetic.
I'm not graduating today with a 4.0 GPA. In fact, most of us are not, but we congratulate those who are. I do not stand here on the stage with 3 or 4 cords around my neck. Most of us do not, but we are proud of those who do. I will never know what it feels like to score a winning touchdown or be homecoming royalty. Most of us will never know what it feels like to do any of these things. We are all so unique and have each taken different paths to end up here together on this stage right now. Earlier today, as we walked across the stage for the first time to rehearse this very moment, I couldn't help but realize that there are students here I don't even know. Why is it then that looking around this room at the faces of my peers, I see something familiar in each of their eyes? Like there's an underlying unity letting us know we are all connected. It is because no matter how different we are from one another, we all share at least one thing in common. We have all experienced what it means to be a student at Raytown High. During these past 4 years, we have all failed. We have all triumphed. We have cheered for each other and mourned with each other to stand here as a class today. As underclassmen, we watched our friends graduate and wondered what that moment must feel like. Well, now we know. We know that this moment is a time to remember. We remember long nights spent working on papers, comparing algebra answers over the phone. We remember that awkward boy who asked us out freshman year. We remember friends lost, friends gained, in realizing that walking into the wrong classroom on the first day of school was actually not the end of the world. This moment is a time for thankfulness. We thank our families who asked, "Have you done your homework yet?" and are glad they reminded us to get your butt out of bed. We thank our friends who made it possible to survive and who knew that ice cream fixes everything. We thank our teachers, our administrators, and staff who may have disciplined us at times, who we mouthed off to freshman year, and who we now know as caring individuals. and friends. This is a time to look forward. We look forward to beginning an entirely new chapter in our lives as we move on to wherever our hearts lead us next. We are scared and anxious to leave a world we've become so comfortable in, but are overflowing with excitement and are ready to boldly face whatever lies ahead. Most of all, though, this moment is a time for celebration. Each one of us knows what it means to work hard, and now we all know what it means for that to pay off. I wish the very best for all of you. Congratulations, class of 2012. We did it.
Thank you for providing those wonderful comments. This time, I'd like to welcome to the stage Mr. Joe Hill as the RHS band plays Paradiso. Band is fantastic, aren't they? As we prepare for the presentation of diplomas, let me just take a moment to remind you some of our procedures. Personal photographs may be taken from the seating area only. Professional photographer will be taking pictures of each senior as they receive their diploma and also as they rise up the stairs here. Also, the ceremony is being videotaped. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Alan Markley, provides the leadership of the C2 School District. It's my sincere pleasure to invite Dr. Markley to the podium to present the class of 2012. Dr. Markley.
Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education and the Raytown C2 School District, I'd like to welcome you to the 2012 Raytown High School Commencement Celebration. I stand here before you tonight experiencing some of the same emotions that you are, but I'm the one who has to pull off this speech. I too am excited, nervous, and hopeful for these young men and women sitting behind me. Back in the fall of 1999, you were most likely feeling the same way on the first day of kindergarten, wondering, dreading what this day would look like when it finally came. I hope you share my opinion of it being one of the greatest nights ever when we witness our children taking that next step in their journey of life. Sit back and enjoy the culmination of a team effort over the last 13 years. And I'd also like to mention that recently, on behalf of you bestowing an award upon us, the Raytown C2 School District, out of 523 school districts offering high academic standards all the way to small class sizes, is one of 29 out of 523 who has won What Parents Want in Schools. That is fantastic. They don't just have good schools in Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and over on the St. Louis side. We have a great school district here. Sitting behind me are a group of outstanding individuals up in the choir. Not all have traveled the same path to get here tonight, but what they have learned along the way and how they got here, considering what they went through, should be an inspiration to all of us. It should give us hope that we can achieve. Some of these students will be receiving academic scholarships that will pay for all or part of their post-secondary education. This did not happen by chance. They have worked hard over the past 4 years to reach this pinnacle in their life. Countless hours of study, challenging courses of study, and painful days of filling out all those scholarship forms, and yes, even the FAFSA form, seniors. The effort has paid off and the path to greatness has been forged. Some of these students will be moving on to participate in collegiate athletics to further their education. This was no easy feat. As parents, you remember the number of times you had to get someone to a practice or games, and sometimes multiple sports were occurring at the same time. I have 3 young sons, and I'm just beginning to see what you parents have gone through. Meet me in the foyer after the ceremony. I need some advice. Again, the path of greatness has been forged with these students. Some of these students will be moving on to trade schools to enhance the education they received right here in their home district at the Herndon Career Center. They sacrificed a portion of their social aspects of high school for 2 years to pursue the dreams of a career of interest. For a teenager to give 1 minute of social time is a feat in itself. The path of greatness has once again been forged. Some of these students sitting behind me had not received a scholarship. In fact, it might be a small miracle that they are sitting here tonight, considering what path their lives have taken to get here. Some of them had to work 40 hours a week to help pay the bills at home. Some have made poor decisions that set them back time and time again. However, you kept fighting back until you set your place at the graduation table, and for that I'm most proud of you. Again, the path of greatness has once again been forged. There's a unique story under every graduation cap in that choir loft. Each story has a meaning and value. It's what inspires me to be your superintendent of schools. I am humbled to stand here before you tonight, and I am filled with pride as I witness the path of greatness that you will continue to travel. Congratulations. The young men and women before you have met the requirements of the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education and of the Raytown School District. By the virtue of the power vested in me as superintendent of schools, I declare these Raytown High School seniors eligible to receive their diplomas. Friends and families, I hereby present the class to you, the sons and daughters of Raytown High School.
To all the wonderful parents, grandparents, family, and friends, and to my classmates, good evening. I am Monique Jones. On behalf of the class of 2012, I'd like to welcome you all to our commencement. Over the past 13 years, we've grown from children to young adults, learning from our mistakes and successes as a group. And in just a few moments, we'll be handed a little piece of paper stating that our hard work and effort have made a difference, and our mistakes thus far have not hindered in tonight's accomplishment to graduate. Because of this, we respectfully ask that everyone please hold his or her applause until after we sung the alma mater and change the tassel. The focus of tonight's celebration should not only be on each and every young man and young woman walking across the stage tonight, but on all of us as a whole as well. That individual young man or woman could be your baby, and that pride and joy of seeing them walk across the stage and seeing them grab their diploma may want you to burst out with joy and dance and shout. But please, remember that behind your baby is someone else's baby, and they want their names forgotten clarity just as you do. So please, show not only respect to everyone tonight, but to this beautiful chapel as well, and so that every graduate's name can be heard. We want our graduation to be conducted with class and dignity. After all the names have been read, we'll congratulate this incredible class as a whole one last time. Thank you, and good luck to the seniors of the class of 2012.
As the graduates take their place and prepare to have their names read and receive their diplomas, I'd like to introduce the readers of the senior names. Mr. Aaron Duff, Raytown High School's 2012-2013 Teacher of the Year. And Miss Cindy White, Senior Class Counselor. Junior ushers, please prepare the graduates.
Travis David Snell.
Jessica Ann Marie Dick.
Natalie K. Butler.